This is Treasury Financial Manual, Volume 1, Part 2, for Chapter 4700, Federal Entity of the Reporting Requirement of the Financial Report of the United States of the Government, the Treasury Financial Manual, the chapter prescribed with the Federal Entity of the Provide, Table of the Financial Reporting, United States of the United States of the Government, the Treasury, for the Accounting Civil Judge, for the Trial Balance System. Along with the additional of the detail of the audit entry for the needs of the financial system, the chapter includes the listing of the federal entity that include with the financial report with a description of the intergovernmental transaction and process requirements for submitting pre-closing governmental-wide treasury accounting symbol, adjusted trial basement balance. Please refer to the Office of Management and Budget, circle the number 8 and 136 for the reporting requirement of the federal entity with the audited financial statement. The Treasury Financial Manual chapter does not include all reporting government-wide treasury accounting symbols. Additional information can be found on the government-wide treasury accounting symbols. Section 47 of the 10 of the scope of the Act, federal entity that must provide the official year of the required fiscal year for the end of the day with the for the prepare for the financial report for the federal for the entity with the significant and of the most significant of the government treasury accounting symbol, adjusted trial balance data for the manual adjustment of the cost of the federal entity with the audit of the financial statement, the government-wide treasury accounting symbol, balance sheet, reclassified financial statement that provide with the connection for the data of the financial report with the term reclassified investment statement is only used in financial statement that have not been stated over the statement of the net cost, statement of the operation chain with the net position between the entry into any the financial statement lines and governmental-wide financial statement lines. Balance sheet have been standardized between the entity with the government-wide level of standardization no longer with the need of the crosswalk between the federal entity of the financial statement and the government-wide the cover of the balance sheet is 1-1 relationship with the government treasury accounting. Government-wide treasury accounting symbol will crosswalk with the government treasury accounting symbol adjusted trial balance data financial statement that is based on the U.S. Standard General Ledger crosswalks statement of all systems generated with the government-wide treasury accounting symbol the adjusted trial based data manual adjustment. Please refer to the note with 38 of the Office Management Budget circular number A136 section 473530 for information when the reclassified balance sheet was be needed as well with the details reconciling the federal entity out of the financial system and reclassified financial statement of the chief financial officer of the chief financial of the designee with each significantly entry for the review of the approval of the manual adjustment of the government-wide treasury accounting symbol of the general manager of the process of the government-wide level of the federal entity the audit of the data of the intergovernmental certifications authorized additional each significant each of the must name of the point of contact is the financial report of the official year of the will send with the data of the report of significant entity to select for the other entities requesting the chief financial officer federal entity with the designated with the certifying the official for the point of contact to verify with the required year end of the function chief financial officer for the certification financial reporting of the point of contact form of the list each for the designee of the data collected for the must be signed by the federal chief financing officer. Alright, where were we? Federal entities, pre-closing government-wide treasury accounting symbol adjusted trace valve with the government treasury accounting system application. Federal entities must be submitted with the government-wide treasury accounting symbol the adjusted trial basis for each for the treasury account symbol level using proprietary budget area U.S. standard system, United States Standard General Ledger account. See United States Standard General Ledger website for current official year of the reporting. Officials serve that comply with the information of the governmental-wide treasury accounting symbol submission from the federal aim of the government-wide financial statement, the balance sheet with the financial statement agreed upon, set aside the same financial statement of lines between the government-wide financial statement of the SNC. And SONC, which is a statement of net costs and standard operation change for the net costs. Not standard, therefore, will refer to the reclassified financial statement of the balance sheet with the required net statement of the net costs and reclassified statement of the net position are included with their consolidated financial reports. Federal entities net cost amount for the financial report will differ for the net cost for the representative of the entity with the financial statement of the private pyramid with the because of the allocation of the personnel management benefit the program costs for the intergovernmental eliminations of the buy sell cost for the buy sell revenue as well for the imputed cost for the both for the gross costs and earned revenue reconciliation supply with the federal entity with provide for the crosswalk between the gross and cost for the earned value revenues cost solve for the financial reporting gross counts and with the earned revenue report for the entity of the statement of the net cost significant entity of the year end of the September 30 with the subject to alternate audit for the proceed with the Treasury reporting outlined subsection 473540 below. Prefer to refer to subsection 473530D with the chapter Office of Management and Budget, circle the number to A136 for the supplemental information. Stating financial statement, the reporting requirement chapter group is Section 4735 of the Financial Report with the data requirements, 4715 include the intergovernmental requirements, and 4755 include the governmental-wide treasury accounting symbols. Section 4715 of the authority, Section 405 of the Government Management Reform Act of 1994 requires the Secretary for the Treasury for the annual prepare submit to the President of the Congress audit of the financial statement of the preceding the official year of the statement that must cover the account of the associated activities of the executive branch of the federal government. Section 11.4a of the Budget Accounting Procedure of the Act of the 1950s requires each of the executive branch agencies to furnish official and financial operation information as Secretary of Treasury may stipulate. Treasury Office of Management and Budget consolidated legislative judicial approve of the branch for the consolidated financial statement as well as the ensure the all material amount for the crop of the three branches of the government account official service due for the data submitted with the governmental-wide treasury accounting symbol apply for the records of approval of the journal vouchers based on the audited financial statement as well as the authoritative data for the central accounting reporting system. Section 4720 report for terms of the definition related with the chapter. Please review the Treasury Financial Manual glossary. 4725 reporting entity purpose for the provide of the federal accounting standard with advisory board statement of the federal financial accounting standards. Number 47 of the reporting act with the determination received with the federal aid with the review of the working group to approve of the statements of the federal financing accounting standards. Number 47 of the steering committee with the determination lifted in appendix 1 with the consolidation and with the scope of the entity with the related parties. Poor entity of the background with the questionnaire was reported that was designed for the implementation complying with the key to designing factors of the Federal Accounting Standards Advisory Board. Number 47 of the correspond with the paragraphs of the standard statements of federal financing accounting standard. Number 47 which each question the questionnaire asked for the comment reporting with the entity identified with upon completion of the survey entity was led with the reporting determination of the consolidation entity disclosure entity related party was not required to report with the consistent appendix B and C of the statements of the federal financial accounting standards. Number 47 the survey with the require for the component entity with the documentation rationale with the determination of their entities for each of the conservators also require the special whether the other entities component of the consolidation of the disclosure related parties do not meet with the criteria of the statement of federal financial accounting standard. Number 47 federal entities are required to confirm the reporting agency determination appendix 1B the annual data law response note official for service of the end survey of the need for the document with the changed rationale of the new reporting agency determination survey supportive of the following determinations. Component reporting entity is used broadly to report with the reporting entity with the larger reporting entity with the example of the component with the reporting entity include the operation or organization example of the department is independent of the entity of the government cooperation legislative entity with the federal court of the competent with the reporting entity which also include the subcomponent of those components that include the financial statement the large component of the reporting entity that made themselves will prepare the financial statement example the would be the bureau that was large department that prepared with its own standalone financial statement the consolidated edition. The consolidated entity of the organization should be the consolidated financial statement based on the assessment whether it is finance, tax, or other non-exchange for revenues, B, with the government, with the Congress, with the President, with the C, with the impo, with the impo, with the risk, reward, with the federal government provides, goes in favor of the non-market based, that also include the organization, except with the would result of a misleading, incomplete financial statement. Your disclosure entity of the organization greatly dear of the autonomy of the federal government, then with the consolidation, and with the sense some of the organization organization may exercise to preserve the federal government as sovereign for the other organization themselves. The area of the mission federal government must be made instead of the own control federal government. As a result, regulatory actions of the organization receivership of the government's conservatorship of the federal government intervention acts under such regulation of the other intervention of the actions in relation with the federal government is not expected to permanent. Such consistent with generally would be classified as disclosure and the consider the characteristics as taken as a whole. Related party organization consider the related party of the financial statement that if one of the ability to accept the significant influence of the other party's policy decision, only relationship with those things such significant that would be misleading, excluding information of the relation and warrant. The Statement of Federal Financial Accounting Standards numbers 47 report and need for more detail. Top-down approach with you to identify potential items that meet the criteria of the Statement of Federal Financing Accounting Standard number 47 of the government-wide perspective to ensure the completeness component that should be prepared with the bottom up. So it's meant to identify with the entity and not have been identified with the top-down approach with each of the competitive entity shall perform that you're into the review of annually, validate reporting at any level. For instance, at any level of review, please contact official services and to review the Statement of Federal Financing Accounting Standards number 47 and analysis Excel workbook. Notify official services immediately and continue with the analysis. Result of the determination, the difference of the outline in Appendix 1B will include with the base for the determination. Component entity must notify the visual service the description of the entity of the component entity of the component with the entity's reporting entity with its determination, addition, condition. Questions concerning the component entity, the federal entity with the need of the consolidated must be discussed with the fiscal services financial reporting entity. Determination must be agreed with the Treasury Office of Management and Budget. Her reporting entity procedural requirements. Federal entity must perform the information based on the Statement of Federal Financing Accounting Standard number 47 of the determination. Determinations are available. Appendix 1 will be the report and Appendix A. Reporting entity of the financial report of the United States government and entity of the determination consolidated will be support with the adjustable trial base of the government-wide treasury accounting symbol. The data will flow over the face for the government-wide statement of the presentation of the financial report. Statement of Federal Financial Accounting Standard of number 34 recognizes some of the federal reporting entity the preparing publishing financial report pursuant to the accounting reporting standards by the Federal Accounting Standards Board. The Statement of Federal Financing Accounting Standard number 34 provides certainly entity with the financial statement that prepared with the conformity with the accounting standard that was issued by the Federal Accounting Standard Board must regard in conformity generally accepted accounting principles. Generally accepted the accounting principles consolidated entities coordinate with the government-wide reporting entity with the consolidated component of the reporting entity. May consolidate component of subcomponent of the reporting entity with the financial statement prepared in accordance with the Statement of Federal Financial Initials. Statement of Federal Financial Accounting Standard number 34 without conversion any of the different accounting policies among the organization. While reporting either prepare with the publish of the financial reports of the pursuant with the Federal Accounting Standard Board standards, not required to convert the reported amounts account with any of the different accounting policies of the Federal Accounting Standard Board and the Federal Standard Administrative Federal Accounting Standards Accounting Board. Additional data information may still be required to supplement government-wide disclosure with other requirements of the Statement of Federal Financial and Accounting Standards number 47 footnote number 27 that allow the Treasury Office of Management Budget to determine for the need of the coordinated guidance to ensure government-wide consistency. The Federal Accounting Standard Accounting Board explained with the Statement of Federal Financing Accounting Standard number 47 the base of the conclusions from the requirements of the information set for the intergovernmental balance facilitate elimination government-wide level that not required for their accounting standard but instead of the code created with the guidance of the Office of Management, Budget, or Treasury. At either determination, the scope of the related party will continue the Treasury account with the symbol of the if applicable to be utilized in the disclosure of related party. Treasury accounting symbol of the transaction must be processed over the non-federal. These information reported with the consolidated with the non-direct report with the disclosure of related party. Therefore, the entity relationship with the disclosure of the entity will include with the government-wide financial statement or related part. Make sure for the report with the federal, non-federal designation of the non-federal. Section 4730 of the financial report, reporting and submission date. The financial year of the 2023, the Treasury financial main year-end closing bulletin, the financial report submission dates regarding are not limited to the governmental-wide Treasury accounting symbol, the intergovernmental transaction balance, legal representation, letters, management, representation letters, annual restatement, adjustment, reclassification, survey, and subsequent events. Federal entity participation in the third quarter year-end and financial report of the reporting submitting the collaboration initiative of the benefit of the entity of the year of the financial report, intergovernmental transaction scorecard current with official year, of the performance of measure within 1, timely, within 2, timely and complete, with 3, reconcile into the difference, 4, consistent with integrity, and 5, significant disclosure and key notes. Federal entity of the should be subject to diverse official for the point of contact information, internal representation, for the technical expert of the financial reporting study and system, restatement of the budget, the directive reconsolidation level of the MR management representation letter, summary of the uncorrected statements, or some significant disclosure of the key matter areas. Key subject matter areas are listed in fiscal year 2023 to Treasury financial manager year-end closing date. Bulletin. These individuals will be pointing over the contact closing calibration throughout the initial analysis of the year and of the preparation of the financial report according to section 4710. Contact information must include the name of the phone number or email address, the area of the expertise submitted with official service. 473010, third quarter reporting and audited financial statement notes. The purpose of this measure will enable the official of the primarily announced federal entity with the data of the facility preparation of financial reports. Interim financial statement and note variances analysis of the budget deficit the template. Significant entries must be submitted to unaudited interim financial statement and note with a completed budget taken of the issue of the template as of June 30th with the according with the Office of Management Budget number A136 compared with the interim financial statement that limited with the balance sheet with the statement and statement and the net charges and the statement and the net position. Significant entities might be some of the variance analysis of the according with the Office of Management Budget Circular A136, Section 3.2, complete with the budget efficiency for the template when the year end for the Treasury Financial Management Year closing bulletin for all of the dates. All applicable documents are submitted. Transmitted with the max.gov. Restatement, adjustment, reclassification, the additional collaboration, need with the repo of the correction, error of the chain with the accounting principle, the code with the standard financial. Federal Financial Accounting System Standards number 21, significant with the download of the annual reinstallment, restatement, adjustment, reclassification, survey of the government, treasury, accounting symbols, website surveys, if the assess whether the entity have any for the direction, chain with the account with the principal, the chain with the presentation, with the current fiscal year surveys, also with the chain with the max cover the submission of the official survey with the treasury of the entity responsible will be measured for the year end financial report with the country governmental transaction scorecard with the current fiscal year. The significant disclosure of the key subject area of the official year service will require significant entities consistent with the analysis of the key subject matters, present great risk of the failing meeting with the prescribed disclosure requirement of the relatively new of the financial report with the key subject matters has no required supplemental information. Other information identified with it being in effect with the new with the update with the Federal Accounting Standard Accounting Board and or standards by the required supplemental information, other information that include at the top of the prevalent to the current and the social economic climate. Official services will work with the significant entity to develop the list of the key subject matters after the financial report is filed before the Treasury Financial Manual year-end closing bulletin for the next reporting year is published. Key subject of the official year services will provide significant disclosure questionnaire to the General Treasury Accounting Standard of the website. Federal entity technical experience experts required to provide feedback. Significant disclosure questionnaire on the items significantly occurred with the official year should be considered official year disclosure of financial reports during the analysis of the contemplation and the question that are not to be trained with the max government dimension of official services. Official services should include a copy of the prior note with the required supplementary information, other information section financial report with the applicable auditor comments with questionnaires. See official year 2023 for the year-end closing bulletin data over the questionnaires available to the government-wide treasury accounting symbol of the website with the complete with the questionnaire return with official for the V with the max.gov with the federal exam and the participation third quarter with the collaboration intro initiative will be measured in either years of the financial report of the intergovernmental transaction scorecard for an official year. Key subject matters of fiscal year 2023. Note 1, land, cryptocurrency, inventory of federal employee with federal beneficiary, veteran benefits payable amendments and commitments. Alright, 473020 with the year-end reporting audited financial statement of note, the year-end financial statement of note, variance and over the budget, definition of the reconciliation template. All federal entities must submit the audited financial statement of notes in accordance with the Office of Management Budget number A136. The entities must submit variance and analysis in accordance with the Office of Management Budget Circular number A136 with section 3.2. Completed budget division for the reconciliation template in section 47 of the 35 of 10 of the chapter. All applicable documents are transmitted to the max.gov. Significant disclosure of key subject matters. Federal entities should be aware of the significant disclosure for the key subject matter of the collaboration of the, as often the requirement of the year-end, so for the official year of the bill, provide for the year-end significant disclosure questionnaire, government-wide treasury, accounting simple website, federal and even the technical experiment. Experts must provide feedback with a significant disclosure questionnaire for the items significant should be for the officials. Serve the disclosure of the financial report during an analysis and contemplation of the process along with the location and the disclosure of the financial statement of the questionnaire. Also transmitted with the max.gov submission of the official year of the 2023, the Treasury Financial Management Treasury Financial Manual of the year and closing date and bulletin of the day of the questions will be available. The government-wide Treasury accounting symbol website as well with the date for the completed questionnaire of the return officials serve the max.gov. Participating in the collaboration will also be measured federal entity year 7 of the official financial report with intergovernmental transaction scorecards. Alright, section 4735 of the financial reporting data requirements of the amended automated financial the statement of the agency financial report, the performance accounting report. Submit the government treasury accounting simply adjusted trial base for the government accounting treasury accounting symbol. Will cross-file the adjusted trial base with the populated with the reclassified balance sheet with the reclassified statement of net charges. Net collection reported with the statement of net position, reporting it with the U.S. Standard General Ledger, reclassified crosswalk, reclassified financial statement of the federal entity with the financial statement and the difference known within 38, reclassification final statement aligns with the Office of Management Budget number circular 136 with the reference reclassified walk, U.S. and United States Standard General Ledger website at times guidance. Submit interim year-end variance analysis for the max.gov with the refer to Office Management Order number 136. Submit interim audit financial statements. No required supplemental information, other information, budget deficient of the reconciliation, template restatement, adjustment, resale, classification survey, comply with the intergovernment requirements that can be found in section 4750. Review with the auditor of the year-end financial report for the intergovernmental transaction scorecard to determine the prior year of the journal voucher process for the significant individual should be identified with the reason with the journal voucher as well without to prevent adjustment current. Comply with the collaboration process found in section 47 of the key subject matter representation, restatement. Contact officials who will determine the reporting procedure adjust for the governmental-wide treasury accounting symbol with the AFR of the PAR after their publication normally with the number 15, November 15 with the contact government treasury accounting symbols. Alright, 4735 of 10 with the budget division for the report of the financial report of the base of the public monthly treasury statement for the June 30 for the third quarter of the September 30 of the fourth quarter will complete with the load and federal end of the monthly report for the treasury sensible accounting reporting system. Monthly report for the central accounting reporting system may include the example of the classification of the transaction accountability of the report of the statement of the transaction stand form 22-4 government accounting transaction stand form 1219 and 1220. The MTS of the monthly treasury statement that will conform with the budget of the U.S. government summarized with the financial activity of the federal government, the budget of federal entities. But a deficient of the reconciliation validity of the budget, the deficient of the report of the financial report for the statement of the change of the cash balance of the budget, other acts for the reconciliation, net operating costs, budget deficiency against any audit of the financial statement. Using the budget deficiency reconciliation termination template with the provided with official shift the entity must identify with explain with the inconsistency both the third quarter and at the year end of the both of the budget deficiency reconciliation template is why in the three section of the section leverage of the reconciliation enter the end already performing the focus of the collection data. The collection budget receive the data from the significant entity identified on distributed offsetting receive the data key contributing entity provided previously reconciliation entity of the outlays when was requested fiscal year, but now require reconciling of the monthly treasury statements, outlays in type of the government treasury accounting symbol of standard form 133. Information fiscal should make contact with the entity with the assistance with the question and derive with the reconciliation. All of the entity should review the operating revision of the budget receipts for the tab of the data of the reconcile the earned revision of the undistant offset of the tab. Only be complete with the following entity with the U.S. Court appeal with the veteran claim with the Department of Defense, the Department of Human Health and Human Services, the Office of Personal Management, the Social Security Administration, the Department of State. Operating revision of the undistant with the offset to be complete with the Department of Commerce, with the Department of the Interior, with the Executive Office of the President, Federal Communications Commission. Over the government treasury accounting simply instructions on how to complete with the budget deficient with the reconciliation template and evidence must submit with the reconciliation 45 business days after the third quarter. And then again, official year end of the applicable documents are to be transferred with the MaxGov. 473020 of the Federal Training Partners note. Federal Training Departments amount with each of the federal line item reported based on the reclassified statement that will be derived with the governmental-wide treasury accounting system adjustable trial adjustable trial to identify federal and interdepartmental elimination following exemption. You have the U.S. Office of Personal Management of the interdevelopment impute the report of the trading partner code of the unknown regulator expenditure transfer from the item funded issue funds account of generally appropriated funds. Identify the trading partner that enables the analysis for the elimination of the federal activity balance based on the reciprocal category of the government-wide with the level. See Appendix 1A and 1B with the complete with the agency identified with the financial report, the entity with the official financial report, entity with the ALC General Fund, U.S. Government General Fund activity will be reported appropriately reclassified class from the statement over the RC 30 and RC 48 activity General Fund with the activity based on the U.S. standards, United States Standard General Ledger, federal, non-federal attributes will be reported appropriately classified. Financial statement of RC 30 and RC 48, Appendix 2 and 3. For the appropriate reclassified financial statement of the federal and non-federal attributed with G, see Appendix 11, the more detailed transaction general fund. 4735 for the reclassification significant entities financial statement. The significant entities must submit the governmental treasury accounting standards adjusted trial-based data. Governmental treasury accounting system will then populate with the reclassified financial statements based on the U.S. Standard, United States Standard General Ledger crosswalk. In the United States General Ledger crosswalk classified balance sheet with the reclassified statement of net charges, reclassified statement of net change of the net position. Can be found in the U.S. Standard United States General Ledger Guidance for the official year for the Section 4.5 crosswalks reclassified statement that any of the kind of the General Government Treasury Accounting Standards General Treasury Accounting symbol. Reported title recount, classified balance sheet with the reclassified statement and net charges, the reclassified SOCNP. The entities must give the note with the 38 reclassification final statement of the Office of Management Budget Circular A136 with the note 38 requirements prefer. Office of Management Budget Circular A136 Section 421 significant reporting entities. No significant entity with the Federal Accounting Safety Standard Board reported. Please refer to Section 473540 with additional information related to note 38. Significant entities report line with items of the financial statement are based on the most from the table. The use some of the line items that may not match the item reclassified financial statement. The same the reason. For example, the reclassified financial statement and line items must apply with the federal entity. The amounts must be immaterial for the entity. With the level of the entity may usually include more detailed reclassified financial statement and the federal entity that must submit the adjusted trial based on data going to the government-wide treasury accounting symbol of the reclassified financial line statement lines regardless of the material. Alright, 4730 and 3538 custodial activity. Significant any of the statement and note of the custodial activity compared with the audit of the consolidated financial statement that is should adjust the exchange with the revenue with the associated conflict on exchange revenue from the statement of the note on the custody activity of the SOC with an NP with a note with the reclassification final financial statement listed in our office management budget circle number 1836. The source of collection section of the custodial statement and note with the exemption of the customer duties, exercise the taxes collected the Department of Treasury, the Department of Labor, the Department of Homeland Security, to reclassify all of the non-exchange with the revenue line with the other tax receipt with the exchange line with the miscellaneous revenue with the disposition collection section reclassifies all federal lines for the other budgetary financing source for the non-federal lines for the other tax receipts. Federal entities must report the custodial revenue for the non-federal end time of collection public and that there is supports of the collection section. Disposition custodial revenue federal entities must report with the federal F with the reclassified the SNC or SOC MP reporting government treasury accounting system. Federal entity receiving the revenue for the collection entity then report with the federal F with the reclassified N statement the net charges SOCMP reporting the government treasury accounting for the collecting of the agent entity with the reporting of the custodial revenue. Entity must report with the revenue not federal the N at the time of the collection of the period of the revenue and transfer for the Department of Fund with the transaction should be reported F. Reclassified as a statement of the net charges for the SOC a statement of CNP, the reporting of the government treasury accounting with a must be the trading of the as AID as partner aid. Federal entity must amounts reporting of the transfer trading department aid eliminate appropriately. Or there may be submission from the custodial revenue collected with the Treasury accounting simple to one only federal and the subsequently transfer to the Treasury accounting simple to the other general fund, the identified with the appropriate Treasury office of management budget additional to many of the situations not currently Treasury accounting simple to federal custom and entity to record the custodial collection subsequent dissolution distribution for both situations. Five shall serve as heads with the office of management budget assigned a series F360 and F360 99. Clearing accounts coordinate with the reporting coordinated activity between the two federal entities, neither for the government general fund. Additional information requirement established with these accounts. Please see the Treasury Financial Manual, Volume 1, 2, Chapter 15, with additional details establishing the new custodial clearing accounts. If federal entity for the collection do not meet with the same of the note with the custodial active with the reporting requirements refer to the general fund and receipt account guide. Please appendix 10 with the chapter for the custodial the non-end with the transaction intergovernmental custodial act guidance of additional guidance for the custodial activity how with a certain related transaction federal accounting standard accounting board standard number 7. Alright, we're going to cut the tape there.